Mmm. Nice light, nice light. Look at that sunburn. I can't cope. Hello everybody, you're very welcome to day 5 of 5 ways in 5 days towards your self-development. If you have just joined us, you're very welcome, but do skip back to day 1, episode 1, and you can get started there. And then for those of you who have been on this little journey with us, again, you are very welcome. The title of today's video, our last video in the series, is building your toolkit. Over the last number of years of doing this work on my own self-development, I've definitely gathered a little toolkit in no particular order, but just these are ones that I've either used continuously or I go back to every so often. Okay, so you will also find that as you're going on this journey, some things might work for you now. Go with what's working for you at different times. The first one I'm going to start with is therapy, and the reason being is because therapy is still something that I would go back to every so often, but I still feel that there's a stigma attached to therapy, which I just think is mad. And the one I would experience is just talk therapy, you know, plain old counselling or whatever. It's great to go in somewhere, a safe space, no judgment, just offload your stuff. Like sometimes I used to feel when I was going into counselling, I was going into a room talking to myself, but that it was just being put up on a wall for me so I could say, oh my God, I get that. Or I could see little connections and stuff in ways that maybe, you know, talking to a friend or a family member, it didn't happen. I'm hoping in maybe 5 years that every single person just has a therapist, because it's just something you need. To me, it's like body fuel. It's just something you need. Number 2, and a big one I'm finding at the moment, is journaling. And again, journaling would have been a big part of my whole therapy process. My journaling has now become a gratitude journal, because I just have so much to write that I'm thankful for and so much I'm blessed for, that I just want to write it down. And what I do is I tend to keep my journal beside my bed in the morning, because the minute I wake up, then I see my journal and it's a gratitude journal, so straight away it just triggers little feelings of gratitude for me. And it's that communication, it's keeping it in flow. You constantly have to check in with yourself, you constantly have to ask yourself what's going on. If thoughts are coming up, what are they? Get them down on a piece of paper. It's also a great way just to get that toxic script out of your head, the toxic stuff that you might be telling yourself, or the toxic thoughts. Mine is now just a gratitude journal, because I do be running out of paper of stuff just to write that I'm blessed. I literally wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm so blessed for this pillow. I love these bed covers. And I mentioned that before, because it literally starts with whatever I'm doing at that point in time. So I wake up, I'm obviously in my bed, and straight away I'm like, I just love my bed, I love my covers. And it just triggers all them feelings. So definitely a journal. And then, as I said, it'll be hopefully a gratitude journal for you as well. This one is definitely a bit controversial, and definitely something that creates a bit of kickback within us, okay, within a lot of people, and that's spending time alone. So you're sitting in a Saturday night because you're alone, maybe you're single, or you're living alone, or your friends aren't free or whatever to hang out. So you're like, oh, I'm just sitting here, I'm alone anyway, I'm alone all the time. That's not what it is. This is being alone with yourself and your actual feelings and letting things come up. So it's not being distracted by what's on TV. It's not being distracted by the music you're listening to, or the exercise that you're doing. So it's funny when a lot of us are alone, what we actually do to distract us from being alone without even knowing it. So when you have a couple of hours to yourself, do you know, you might say, I'm going to watch a film on Netflix. Oh, I'm going to make the phone call. I haven't talked to that person. I would challenge you to go, even for a 5-10 minute walk. It doesn't have to be that long. Go on your own, without your phone, without your, or if you need to bring your phone, maybe just, you know, you've kids or something like that and you need to bring your phone, that's fine, but keep it in your pocket. Don't bring your headphones. Don't be talking to your friends or while you're on it. Just go on the walk on your own and look around at what you're seeing. What flowers are you seeing? What bit of nature? What trek did you go today that you mightn't have went on before? You know, so all that. So definitely time alone is a big one that needs to be done. Number 4 is a great one, because I actually see it happening, which I love, okay? So it's gather your intentions. Your little journal, write your name at the top of it and write down all little intentions you have for your life. It could be something as big as, I want to own my own business, or I want to work for myself, or it can be little small ones like, I wish I was a bit more fitter. I wish I didn't drink every weekend. The reason it's great to write down your intentions for your life is because it's very hard to then participate in an action that goes against this intention. You wish you didn't drink every single weekend, okay? And actually this ties in with the second one, that you wish you could be a bit more fitter every weekend. So again, if you're if you're writing this down and you're thinking that this is an intention, that's out there, that's out in the open, you're after bringing that to life. It means when you do an action that's against that intention, you're going to get a little feeling. A lot of people say, oh, I wish I didn't waste my Saturdays or Sundays doing nothing. Again, if you're hanging around doing nothing because you're maybe hungover, or it could be just that you don't want to go out today, you're going to get that little niggly feeling that's saying, oh, well, look, you've an intention there that you want to be more active, or you want to be more fit, or you want to get out a bit more, get out in the outdoors. So why aren't you doing that? It's just all about getting your intentions down and bringing them to light, because once you have them out there, that connects with the feeling, the good feeling you got while you were writing them down, that connects. So every time you do an action that's opposite to that, it's going to cause conflict inside. So eventually what happens is you either give into the conflict and you do something chaotic or something that goes against that, or you give into the feeling and say, right, no, yeah, I should be, what's the point? What's the point in doing this? And what's the point in having another bottle of wine then? Because I want to get up in the morning and I want to go for a big hike. Another little thing that's in my toolkit at the moment, the reason I'm calling it meditation or calling it prayer, they're more or less the exact same thing. Some people will understand what I mean when I say meditation. Some people will understand what I mean by prayer. It's all the same thing. You want calm. If you want calm in your life, you want to get a practice that brings you to calm. So you can call it prayer, you can call it meditation, that calm of the mind. And the reason for that is, if you're always listening to that negative voice, that negative entity that's coming in, how can you hear the words of what your heart truly wants and what you really want? You just have to look at what's happening around us to know that we're so disconnected from ourselves. Shock horror, we're all one. It's all connected. If you cry, I cry. If humanity suffers, I suffer. You suffer. We're all, like, look at the world at the moment. It's so unwell. It's all coming up to the top now. A little thing just to bear in mind while you're doing this isn't going to happen overnight, and you might have to hit the reset button every single morning. That's actually why I keep my journal beside me every single morning, because sometimes you wake up and you're thinking of the day before and you're thinking, I just wasn't a very good version of myself yesterday. So straight away, you hit the reset button, stick it beside your bed or beside your journal now. That's going to be beside your bed every night, isn't it? Yeah, it is. If you need to stick reset just beside your bed to remind you that today is a new day, hit reset. If you didn't do great yesterday, start afresh, press reset. I really wish every single one of you just so much love and success and blessings towards your little journey of self-development. You are helping towards the greater good of society. You are going to help towards the greater good of humanity. You are doing your part, and you can go to bed at night knowing that, with all the love in your heart and all the blessings that you deserve, because they're out there for you. You just need to connect. Use whatever you can to plug into your socket of your source, into your power, into you, into who you were created to be.